So it looks like Taraji P. Henson was not capping about how Oprah treated her on the set of The Color Purple, because Fantasia and Danielle Brooks are now speaking up and revealing just the extent of how horribly they were treated on set. According to them, Oprah severely lowballed and underpaid them for their roles in the movie, but it gets worse because she refused to give them all the benefits that they deserved while working on the movie. Child, they didn't even get their own dressing rooms. They also went on and on about how Oprah starved them on set, refused to hire security, and so much more. Girl, this situation is a mess, so let's talk about it, because these women did not come to play. Y'all, I swear every single time we hear something about The Color Purple, we start to realize just how messy things were on set. At this point, I'm starting to wonder if one actor or actress in the movie was treated fairly, because every single time they talk about the movie, it's to talk about how badly they were treated. What makes it even worse is that the movie was produced by Oprah, a black woman. And as a black woman, you'd think that she would try her best to break the toxic cycle of black women being treated unfairly in the industry. But rather than break the cycle, it looks like she is only pushing the cycle forward and contributing to the issues when it comes to black women. Taraji P. Henson was the first to call out The Color Purple in an interview where she said that she was sick and tired of not being paid what she's worth and what she deserves. She even went as far as to claim that she almost walked away from the movie because the offer she had received was just too low.
I haven't seen a raise in my income since Proud Mary. And almost had to walk away from Color Purple. Yes, ma'am. Who said what? Yes, ma'am. Yes, ma'am. Because you know what? If I don't take a stand, how am I making it easy for Fantasia and Danielle and Hallie and Felicia? Then why am I doing this?
Yeah, that's crazy, because going by Taraji's performance in the whole movie, she deserved at least a decent paycheck because she ate that role right up. While she didn't reveal exactly how much she got paid, her saying that she almost walked away because it was too low kind of makes it clear just how low and how bad it was. That didn't end there, because Taraji had another interview where she talked about how badly the industry had been treating her because she couldn't even get a competent team who knew what they were doing. In an interview, Taraji spoke about how badly her team dropped the ball on her career after Empire, and how they didn't make any moves to further her career, even after she kept pressing them to do so, and she eventually had to fire her entire team. She said everybody had to go. Where is my deal? Where's my commercial? Cookie was at the top of the fashion game. Where's my endorsement? What did you have set up after this? That's why you all haven't seen me in so long. They had nothing set up. All they wanted was another cookie show. I'll do it, but it has to be right. And so when they didn't get it right, I was like, well, that's it. And they had nothing else. You're all fired. She was failed by so many people in the industry, and can you even imagine what it's like having your team drop the ball? And then when you manage to find yourself a role that promises to be juicy and a very big deal, you get lowballed and underpaid by one of the most powerful women in the industry. That was Taraji's 13th reason, and she eventually started to consider leaving the industry completely. In another interview, she revealed how bad it made her feel. She claimed that the moment that she got the low offer made her so frustrated and upset that she considered leaving the industry because she was just so over it. She made this revelation in an interview with Gayle King, where she was so upset that it drove her to tears.
I'm just tired of working so hard, being gracious at what I do, getting paid a fraction of the cost. I'm tired of hearing my sisters say the same thing over and over. You get tired. I hear people go, you work a lot. Well, have to. The math ain't mathin'.
However, fans felt like Gayle was kind of biased in the interview when she didn't press on the issues that really caused Taraji to get frustrated and upset. Fans believe that this is due to the fact that Gayle is besties with Oprah, and she has been open about how Oprah helped her to get into the industry and gave her career a push. So apparently Gayle didn't push Taraji because she knew that whatever Taraji had to say would have made Oprah look even worse. Well, Gayle protecting Oprah ended up being unnecessary at the end of the day, because people started coming for Oprah, bringing up how she has a very long history of mistreating black women in the industry and pointing out that she did the same thing to Monique. Fans started talking about how Monique has been trying to expose Oprah for years, but people either didn't listen to her or they straight up accused her of lying and called her crazy. Back in 2009, Monique starred in the movie Precious, which was produced by Oprah and Tyler Perry. Just like Taraji, Oprah seriously lowballed Monique and didn't pay her what she was worth. And like that wasn't bad enough, Oprah also wanted her to work for free. See, here's what happened. After Monique finished her contractual obligations for the movie, Oprah and Tyler Perry decided to organize a press tour to promote the movie even more because it had been blown up and people loved it so much. However, Monique was reluctant to do so because she had been away from her family for a long time while working on the movie, including promotion, which was all written in her contract. But all that extra stuff was something she didn't want, but Oprah wasn't taking no for an answer. Monique eventually gave in, but there was another problem. Oprah didn't want to pay her for her work on the press tour. This wasn't standard practice because people deserve to be paid no matter what, but Oprah didn't want to. Even worse, she didn't even want to pay for the expenses that would be incurred during the press runs, and she wanted Monique to pay out of her own pocket. To put in context how wild that is, first, Oprah severely underpaid Monique for that role. Then she expected her to work for free while also paying for expenses for the same movie that she was underpaid in. Girl, it's the audacity for me. Monique's story also resonates with Taraji's, and fans dragged Oprah for filth. They dragged her so hard that Taraji had to come out to say that Oprah is a good person. She said, "Miss Oprah has been nothing less than a steady and solid beacon of light to all the cast of The Color Purple. She has provided encouragement, guidance, and unwavering support to us all. She told me personally to reach out to her for anything I needed, and I did. Thank you, Miss Oprah, for all that you do." But people didn't buy this because it was giving cover up. I mean, how else did she go from literally crying about how underpaid she was and how it frustrated her to the point that she thought of leaving the industry to talking about how Oprah was the best thing after sliced bread? Girl, please. We weren't born last night and we could clearly see through the BS. Oprah also tried to do some damage control of her own by praising Taraji on Instagram, saying, "I've long admired Taraji. She can make you laugh, cry, cheer, and feel everything in between. But I had no idea she could sing. Taraji the actress, a force. Taraji the singer, a complete revelation. What I love about her portrayal of Suge Avery is that she plays her like a woman who not only sang the blues, but had lived the blues. Taraji, the stage is now yours, and I already see the standing ovations for you." If she respected Taraji so much, why didn't she just pay her what she deserved? She was smart enough to turn off the comments under that post because she knew that she was about to get roasted and dragged for filth. Y'all know how I said that Taraji's statement was damage control? Well, she was still clearly upset about how she was treated because after all this, she spoke about it in another interview where she went into more detail about the things that happened on the set of The Color Purple, and it went from bad to worse. For one, she claimed that the producers didn't want to hire drivers for the cast, and she had to fight for it because it was unsafe for her. She said, "They gave us rental cars, and I was like, I can't drive myself to set in Atlanta. This is insurance liability, it's dangerous. Now they robbing people. What do I look like taking myself to work by myself in a rental car?" So I was like, can I get a driver or security to take me? I'm not asking for the moon. They're like, well, if we do it for you, we got to do it for everybody. Well, do it for everybody. It's stuff like that, stuff I shouldn't have to fight for. Again, before y'all start saying that Taraji is spoiled and entitled, y'all gotta realize that this is the industry standard. These things are normal, and Black actresses shouldn't have to go out of their way to fight for things like this when nobody else has to deal with it. So the producers knew what they were doing, and it was completely unfair of them not to do this and expect them to be okay with this. If you think that's bad, it gets worse because other actresses in The Color Purple, especially Fantasia and Danielle Brooks, are now backing Taraji up, claiming that they were treated badly on set. In a sit-down session, they revealed that they didn't even have their own dressing rooms while on set, and they were basically lumped into one big room together, and they weren't given food while on set.
Andre, as Blitz, our director, says, I mean, I have been watching her from the beginning. And to just have someone just be a guide for us, be our voice box. I remember when we first came in and we were doing rehearsal and they put us all in the same space. Like we didn't have our own dressing rooms at the time and they did not give us sorry, Miss O, we didn't have no food.
Honestly, what is so confusing to me is that the movie had a budget of $100 million, but the actors were underpaid, didn't have security or their own private trailers. Like, where did the money go? At this point, we're starting to see a pattern with Oprah, starting with her wanting Monique to pay out of pocket for Precious, to underpaying Taraji, not providing adequate dressing rooms, and not providing food on set. Again, these are normal things that should be on set, and it's kind of sad that those women had to fight for the basic things. And don't even get me started on the pay, cause I just know that they were underpaid. Fans had all the smoke for Oprah, and they left comments saying, it shouldn't have to be asked for because it's standard for white actresses and actors. This has to stop because everyone feels this type of energy when they work on the sets and have to handle them, and honestly, we are all tired of the disrespect. These are highly regarded actors in a studio film. I cannot imagine a cast of white actors of their caliber even dealing with any of these issues. They would not even try it. And Oprah should be ashamed. Why would they have to ask for the bare minimum? Plus, they had to drive themselves to set? Ghetto. Yeah, I wouldn't be surprised if Oprah comes up with some new PR or something, cause people are coming with all the smoke. Anywho, y'all let me know how y'all feel about this, then check out this next video.